I think cackling Cam Harris is ready for January 20th. I know for damn sure the rest of America is ready for January 20th, but I think cackling Cam is ready too. It has been a rough few months for our Xena warrior princess. Months filled with fake joy, months filled with fake laughter, months filled with an end result that we all saw coming: huge embarrassing failure. Last summer, Cam was elated when she was chosen as the replacement loser for our former fearless leader, Johnny B. Biden. I can't believe it! My friends came through. They really believe in me. They really believe I can be the princess of America. I think you mean president? Of course, that too. What Cam didn't immediately realize was that she was only selected because deacons at Woke United Methodist, they feared being duly charged with their own woke commandments. They feared being charged with mythical racism and mythical misogyny if they went with a more logical candidate, which in this case was just about anyone other than Cam. For a couple of weeks after her betrayal of Johnny B, everything was all good for cackling Cam Harris. Her pretend friends in the mainstream media, they were doing their jobs. They were pretending that Cam was in the lead. They were pretending that Cam was competent. They were pretending Cam was speaking with them, even though she was running away from the media faster than Lizzo runs away from a diet. But once summer turned into fall, the leaves were not the only things that were falling. Cam's approval rating tanked. The more she was exposed to the American public, the more her incompetence dominated the camera instead of her complete lack of charisma. We all know how this ended. Cam was humiliated in a landslide by the Great Orange Tsunami. And now, it appears that Cam Harris is finally ready to leave Washington. Matter of fact, it appears that Cam can't wait to get the hell out of there. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. If you happen to stumble upon this video, be sure to check out my main channel, Behind the Line. Link to the main channels in the description below. What is one of the first things that you learned in school? After the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, what is one of the first things that they taught you? And I'm not talking about this current generation. I'm talking about past generations who went to public schools when they actually taught something useful. One of the first things that we learned was the Pledge of Allegiance, right? Every morning, the entire class would stand by their desk. We would place our hands over our hearts. The kids who didn't know where their heart was would place their hand over their shoulder. And the entire class would say in unison, "I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." I've been out of high school for over 20 years, so it's been at least that long since I have said the Pledge of Allegiance, yet somehow I still remember it. So I'm struggling to understand how someone working in government, I'm struggling to understand how the pretend vice president of the United States can't seem to remember the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States. Yesterday, cackling Cam was on the Senate floor for, well, she was there for something. Who in the hell knows what it was for? I know it wasn't anything productive since Cam Harris hasn't produced anything the last 4 years besides allowing Mahmoud to enter the country illegally. Or, as she would refer to it, he entered without the papers. Yesterday, cackling Cam was on the Senate floor for one of the last times. And in true Cam fashion, she could not make an appearance without embarrassing herself. Watch it for yourself.
Join me in pledging allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America.
Can you imagine the mood in this country if we had to deal with 4 more years of Cam Harris? Can you imagine? I wasn't a real big fan of Trump in 2016. I was aggravated with the Trumper in 2020 for listening to Aunt Fauci, but after the last 4 years, I've got a new appreciation for the Trumper. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. And the nightmare is finally over. But give me your thoughts on this. Cam Harris botches the first line of the Pledge of Allegiance. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys on the main channel.